Similar to the lambent Brumac of Gears of War 2, the hive mind here is a bit infamous in the YouTube gaming community. I've heard tell of this thing before as something crowbarred, unmemorable, and most of all easy as cake. And I can see what they were talking about since there is a surprising amount of similarities between Dead Space's hive mind and Borderlands' Cthulhu monster. Even in their pre-fight cutscenes where each one murders the fuck out of the off-screen terrible villain before revealing itself proper as a giant tentacle from the center of the planet. For something called the hive mind, it's built to do a lot of traveling, honestly. I'd expect something like this to look like the grave mind from Halo 2 and basically be sitting in a hole somewhere where it's the most safe. Sure, the hive mind is pretty dumb looking, and designed by just throwing a bunch of ideas at the wall, but it's not the biggest problem in the hive mind phases against the concept of fun. That would be its high health and multiple phases against a game with resource management. Unless you knew for a fact this boss fight was coming up and prepared for it by buying 1,000,000 bullets, there is no way that you wouldn't be grasping at straws by phase 2 of the battle, because phase 1 requires that you destroy its 5 weak spots on the hive mind with either your ammunition or tossing exploding barrels at it. 2 of which you have to destroy while being held upside down with the most awkward controls I've ever seen. The issue is that the hive mind is holding Isaac upside down and at an angle and constantly moving, meaning that it feels like you have to flail your weapon to have any sort of chance of defeating this phase while on a time limit. If you take too long in shooting the last 2 nodes, then you get a long, meaty, and drawn-out death cutscene where Isaac is torn in half. I'm hoping this doesn't appear as much in the game's sequels because it's as irritating as when survival horror games have door-opening cutscenes. If you manage to get past phase 1, then phase 2 gives you more of a chance for survival. In this one, the hive mind changes tactics to just trying to punch Isaac with its tentacles, which telegraph their attacks 10 seconds in advance. It also summons necromorph breeders occasionally and exploding sacks which don't do anything. Seriously, you have like a 10% chance of being hit by those damn things. If you run out of ammo at this point to hit the hive mind's second group of weak spots, apparently it has like 5 hearts or something, then good luck trying to take on the breeders and dodge the hive mind simultaneously. It's not like Isaac has a combat roll or something that would help a brother out. It's just a sprint function or nothing. I guess I should check my assumptions at the door, considering Isaac's essentially a mechanic in an age where murder tools have become regular ass tools. Anyway, take out all 5 of the hive mind's hearts and the problem is solved as the hive mind falls back into Aegis 7, and I'm gonna guess the asteroid that we shot off earlier or a piece of a moon crashes into Aegis 7 and destroys it completely. Also, since Isaac had around 7 seconds to get off the planet, he also has the marker in his cargo bay. You know, buddy, I'm not a future science man, but you should probably eject that thing into space, or, you know, drop it into a sun. Just a thought. Anyway, my final thoughts on the hive mind is that it's definitely not easy. There aren't a lot of gimmies for it either that would have reduced the difficulty since there's around 4 or 5 item crates left for you for the whole thing. The requirement for players to survive upside down shooting is far too difficult, and having no checkpoint between phases makes this even more irritating for a boss about as memorable as the witch or the bird from Super Mario Land. It's definitely not bottom 10 material, but it's nothing worth talking about.